Hello everyone, this is BJ, 32 passenger and I have another card class for you. This one is the B Stingers versus the B Watermelons, also known as the RJ RTC, as it says on the bottom of the box. I don't know if you can see it or not. The RJs, I believe they were made for a tobacco company, a cigarette company, whatever. This one was requested by BioFear182, not sure if that channel is still around or not, but I'll post a link and you can check it out if it still is. Let's get on to it. The Stingers, of course, come in black and red from Theory 11. Black came first, then came the red. Black a little harder to find, although a lot of Asian shops seems to have them. You can find them on eBay. With your back design, fairly standard box, except it says Stinger back instead of Diamond back on the side. Hopefully you can see that, or not. Back design is just a diamond back basically with a border. It fades into white. Really cool. You get a double backer. Everything is standard on the faces, number cards, standard B aces. You get standard court cards, although they have dark reds and blues instead of those bright yellows like you see on bicycles. And you get the standard jokers. Not a whole lot to talk about there. They handle good. Pretty good. And these ones I think have a nice, pretty soft stock. Almost feels like it's an Aristocrat. Not, I think it's an Aristocrat stock by feel. Doesn't specifically stay. I just know that it's not as thick as a B or a B Casino stock. And it's very soft. The red ones are a little bit different in stock and finish. They feel thicker like a B Casino stock and whatnot. I mean, they both got like a aircless and finish, but different stock, sure. I kind of prefer this one. I like a softer stock myself. There, that's your Stinger. The other one, the B Watermelon, you get this cool looking box. That's the back design on both the front and the back. You get pips on the sides and the top, and then the bottom is kind of standard. Custom seal, it says B, the casino card. And it's got a B on it. The box itself reminds me of the Anglo box. You get a couple of ad cards, actually a poker guide and Texas Hold'em rules. These ones come in blue and red. Back design is the same, just a different color. And it looks like flowers. Why it's called the Watermelon, I don't know. That's not the official name. I mean, that might not be the official name, just the name that's given to them. Certainly it doesn't say any name on the box. But pretty cool how it's, I mean, it's not really watermelon. It looks like flowers. Number cards are standard. Same with the court cards. These ones got the yellowy colors that we're more familiar with. And you get your standard jokers and the standard B ace of spades. Feels like it has the same stock. And they handle nice as well. Oh crap. And this is probably why I'm not an official reviewer for B and Poker World. A little bit harder to shuffle, a little bit stiffer in my opinion. That's why I'm having difficulty with them. There we go, that's a lot better. Pretty nice, a little bit stiffer like I said, but it feels about the same for a stock and finish. Overall, if I had to choose one, they're very similar. Ah, crap. You know what? If I had to choose one, I'm going to choose the Stingers because those ones are giving me too much grief. And I like the Stingers. I like the feel stock. If you like a softer deck, you like these ones. not, you might like the other ones. And I mean, they're both pretty cool decks. They're both pretty nice. They're both somewhat rare and harder to find. These ones got some pretty thick borders and everything. They got cool artwork, but they're fairly standard, even in the faces, and they're not handling as good as they did one day. There's some clumping going on there, and they're a little bit harder to shuffle for some reason. So I'm definitely going to go with the Stingers, based on all of that, taking all of that into consideration. I like them. That's what I've got. Make sure you check out Biofear 182. And stay tuned, I've also got my unboxing video of the week. I only got packages on Monday. A little bit disappointing. I don't know what it is. Maybe now it seems I'm only getting packages once a week. Kind of disappointing, but if that continues, then I'm just going to do one unboxing video on Mondays instead of Fridays. Coming tomorrow, more card classes. 3 card classes if I have time. There's going to be a triple threat for sure. Style versus mystery versus confidence. The B to C triple threat. And Animal Kingdom versus Sentinels. And possibly Ghost versus the Tundra Artifice, which could also be called the Ghost Artifice. So Bicycle Ghost versus Artifice Ghost. And that's what's coming tomorrow. Like I said, if I have time. I should have time, but we'll see. And 3 more coming on Sunday for sure. Contest results hopefully coming Monday. And I might be back to my regular schedule next week. And hopefully I'll have a new contest up for you soon as well. I've got a lot to do this weekend, so it's going to be tough to say when stuff is going to come. Because I haven't even started watching any contest entries. And I got to tile the kitchen this weekend with my dad. So I'm going to be busy. But I'll try to get it all done. And that is what I've got. In case you wonder, there's a few classes I removed from my list because I don't want to do decks that have black faces versus decks that have white faces. So like I had one that was Black Scorpion versus Green Artifice. I decided I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do black face decks versus white face decks. Or any colored face deck versus white. And I also removed a couple of ones from my list that didn't make sense. Like a plastic versus a paper deck, basically. Kolpak versus Chem, and which is the one, and there was one other one that was Spectrum deck versus the Rainbow deck. Didn't make much sense to do that. And just keep those things in mind. Try to keep it when you do a card class, decks that are similar in theme or color, and or company, I guess you could say, but color and theme especially. And yeah, I gotta go, my phone's ringing. See ya.